Hi, I'm Jamie. That's Jerry, and this is OneWriter in 5 minutes. And the subject of this video is cards in OneWriter. This is our third video on OneWriter, and we're proud to share it with you. If you happen to be joining us for the first time, we highly recommend you also watch our first two videos, an introduction to OneWriter, part 1 and part 2. However, this video is a great way to start learning about OneWriter. So if you're interested in trying a new and useful writing application, you can use OneWriter for free right now by going to onewriter.app. Cards are one of the most important features in OneWriter because they allow you to experience writing in a word processing application and a spreadsheet application at the same time. Now, let's get into using cards in OneWriter. And don't forget to stick around because in about 2 minutes, Jerry is going to present the tip of the day. Let's jump right into it. And we'll start by opening a fresh project in the application. To start, open Chrome browser and navigate to onewriter.app. We'll enter an email address and click the button labeled Start Writing. Now we'll see OneWriter with a fresh new project for us to work on, and our project has one card. In OneWriter, cards are a core feature that bridge the two worlds of word processing and spreadsheets. The experience of typing in OneWriter is designed to feel like a word processor with the organizational power of a spreadsheet, and this is accomplished by typing in cards. Think of a card as a cross between a paragraph and a data cell. A paragraph is a line or a block of text. A data cell holds content in a block that you can move up or down in a data table. Now you can create and manage paragraphs like data cells. Let's move our cursor over the card column, and you'll notice the card's frame has lit up with a blue highlight. Now let's click into the frame, and you'll see the frame has turned to a green highlight. That means we've selected the card's text box and we can start typing. So let's type something. Hello, Internet. This is a card in OneWriter. Now that we've generated some text, let's style it. First, select the text you want to style, and then select the styling feature from the style bar at the top of the app. You can also add a custom title to your card, or leave the default name that the card pre-populates with when it's initially created. We'll update the title of this card from its default title, Card 1, to First Card. Now that we've put some content in our project's first card, let's create a second card. To do that, click on the Card Options button on the left side of the card and select the menu item, Create New Card below. A new card will appear below the card we've been working on. Here's a pro tip. Every card has 3 identifying elements, so you always know what you're working on. First, we've already taken a look at the card name, and you can edit the name at any time. Second, cards have a unique ID number. And third, all cards list their position in your project. We can see our first card is in row 1, and the second card we've just added is in row 2. And since we're looking at these two cards' positions, let's move them. The process for moving a card is just like moving a row in a spreadsheet. We'll click on the Card Option button on the left side of the card and then select the menu item, Move this card up. Now, if we take a moment to review our two cards' identifying elements, we can see that card 2 is in row 1 and card 1 is in row 2. We can also move our cards again, and then let's validate the change. Card ID 1 is back in row 1 and card ID 2 is in row 2. While two cards can be useful, someone once said, good things come in threes. So let's create a third card. From the second card we just created, click on the Card Options button on the left of the card, and then this time we'll select Create New Card above. As we look at these cards together, we can see each card's identifying elements accurately communicate information to continue to help us manage our growing project. At the top, we see our card titled First Card, which is also labeled as Card ID 1, and it's in row 1. Next, since we created our third card above our second, we can see it's got the default title, Card 3, and it's also labeled as Card ID 3, and it's in row 2. And at the bottom of our project, we can see a card titled Card 2, also labeled as Card ID 2, and it's in row 3. The last common action we can apply to a card is to delete it. To delete a card, click on the Card Options button on the left side of the screen and select the last menu item, Delete this card. For this example, let's delete our first card, which we named First Card. And let's take another moment to review the remaining cards identifiers. Now our project is left with 2 cards, and we can validate that card ID 3 is in row 1 and card ID 2 is in row 2. Each card's unique identifier gives it the data organizing power you know from a spreadsheet, while you continue to have the advantage of creating and editing your content in the style of a word processor. And now it's time for Jerry's tip of the day. And the tip of the day is give focus a chance. Whatever you focus on gets a little bigger in your mind. So if you know you have something to do and you feel you're getting pulled in more than one direction, take a moment to insist on doing one thing, and you'll get focused. Now that we've shared some of OneWriter's special features, we hope you'll give OneWriter a try. Just go to onewriter.app and you can try it for free right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.